why are you renting? Um, Actually, one of my absolute favorite stories to tell people is about a couple um, who worked with me, and he had came to me and was kind of like, man, I'm in debt. He was active duty. He was in debt, and he was staying on base housing. He was like, I want to move off base housing. I want to find a rental and save some of that BAH to help pay off my debt.
Hmm.
And every day we had this conversation. I was pretty good friends with him, and it came to this was like it must have been sometime towards tax season, like around this time, because he told me he got like I don't know, like $23,000 tax return, and I was like
Okay.
23,000. I was like, that's a lot of money. You're basically giving the government an interest free loan right now, and I was like, why don't you adjust your withholdings? And his name was Mark, so we're just going to say Mark. And Mark goes, well, what do you mean by withholding? Like adjust my withholdings? I was like, well, we have to log into your MyPay, and we can adjust your withholdings. And he's like, well, what do I adjust it to? And so then I showed him. We went to irs.gov, went through the withholding calculator, calculated it all out for him. And next thing you know, his next paycheck, he's getting like an extra like $250 a pay.
Easy.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I
Right.
mean, it was. He was like, "Man, that's phenomenal." And then this conversation continued, and basically I was like, I think your idea is great, but why don't you buy something? Back this is I don't know, this is like 2010, 2011, something like that. So different market, but back then
Yep.
the rents and mortgage payments, the delta was almost non-existent here in San
Yep.
Diego. And he's like, "Oh, well, that's a good idea." He's like, "Can you talk to my wife?" And then so next thing you know, I talked to his wife, and basically they're like, "Hey, yeah, we want to buy." And so then I come home, and then he went on. They owned the home for like I don't know. Well, they were lived in the home for like another 2 or 3 years. Finally moved back to the East Coast and sold that place, and used those proceeds to kind of continue his net worth growth and into real estate.